9 secret things narcissists want from you when there's no contact. You've made the courageous choice. You've severed the ties, cut the cords, and initiated no contact. In the deafening silence that follows, you might feel a strange mix of relief and an unsettling quiet. You hope the nightmare is over, that the suffocating presence of the narcissist has finally vanished. But then, a subtle shift occurs. A strange email appears. A cryptic text, an unexpected message from a mutual acquaintance. Or perhaps, the silence itself feels loaded, heavy with an unspoken demand. You might wonder, what are they thinking? What do they want from me now that I'm gone? Do they even care? The answer, from a psychological perspective, is a resounding and complex yes. Even in the absence of direct communication, the narcissist has a powerful, often desperate set of secret wants that drive their every subtle maneuver and every internal thought about you. They might appear indifferent, even blissful, to the outside world, but beneath that facade, a profound psychological struggle is unfolding within them, centered entirely on you, their former source of supply. Understanding these hidden desires isn't about giving them power. It's about disarming their potential future tactics and fortifying your own resolve. It's about recognizing that their actions, even in silence, are predictable because they stem from the very core of their disordered personality. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on these veiled motivations. We'll delve into 9 secret things narcissists want from you when there's no contact, desires so ingrained in their pathology that they become a roadmap to understanding their inevitable attempts to re-engage. By comprehending these deep-seated cravings, you empower yourself to navigate their psychological traps, maintain your precious no contact, and truly reclaim your peace and freedom. Prepare to transform confusion into clarity and vulnerability into unwavering strength. No contact. NC is often the most vital and effective strategy for anyone seeking to heal and escape the cycle of narcissistic abuse. It is the ultimate act of self-preservation, a courageous declaration of autonomy. For the narcissist, however, your decision to go no contact is not merely an inconvenience. It is an existential threat to their carefully constructed world. It is the severing of their narcissistic supply line, a direct challenge to their sense of control, and a profound narcissistic injury to their inflated ego. Therefore, even in the silence of no contact, a narcissist's mind is intensely focused on you, driven by a set of predictable psychological wants. These desires dictate their subsequent behaviors, ranging from subtle hoovering attempts to aggressive smear campaigns. Understanding these secret wants is not about obsessing over them, but about arming yourself with knowledge. It allows you to anticipate their moves, interpret their actions correctly or non-actions, and reinforce your commitment to maintaining the boundary you have so bravely established. Each want is rooted deeply in their pathological needs and fears. Here are 9 secret things narcissists desperately want from you when there's no contact, and why understanding them is your ultimate protection. They want to regain narcissistic supply, any form of attention. At the very top of a narcissist's secret wish list, when you go no contact, is the desperate craving to regain narcissistic supply. For them, you were a primary source of this vital emotional fuel, whether it was your admiration, your fear, your anger, your tears, your energy, or simply your consistent attention. No contact is akin to cutting off their oxygen supply. It creates a profound internal void that they are ill-equipped to handle, as they cannot generate genuine self-worth internally. This translates into a relentless psychological want for any form of attention from you. They don't care if it's positive or negative. For a narcissist, even your fury or despair is a form of validation that they still hold power over you. They might initiate contact with a Hoover attempt, a seemingly innocent text, an email about shared memories, a fake emergency, or even a sudden public declaration of love or remorse. Their goal is not reconciliation or genuine apology, but to elicit any response. Your reaction, whether it's anger, sadness, curiosity, or even just a simple reply, provides them with the much-needed supply, confirming that they still exist in your mind and hold sway over your emotions. This is why maintaining strict no contact is so crucial. Every response, no matter how small or seemingly justified, is a win for them, a confirmation that their power isn't truly gone, and an invitation for further manipulation. They want to know you're still thinking of them, still reacting, still available as an emotional resource. 2. They want to reestablish control and dominance. For a narcissist, control is paramount. It is the bedrock of their fragile sense of superiority and security. Your decision to go no contact is not just an emotional slight. It is a direct, undeniable act of defiance and insubordination. It challenges their belief that they have absolute power over you and your choices. You have dared to exercise your autonomy, which is intolerable to their narcissistic worldview. Therefore, a primary secret want when you go no contact is to reestablish control and dominance over you. They want to break your will, to prove that you cannot escape their influence, and to force you back into a position where they dictate the terms of your interaction and your life. This isn't necessarily about getting you back into a relationship with them, though that might be a side benefit. It's fundamentally about proving to themselves and to you that they still can control you. They might attempt to do this by spreading rumors, smear campaigns, threatening consequences, legal, financial, social, or manipulating mutual friends to pressure you. Any action that makes you feel fear, doubt your decision, or forces you to respond to their agenda is a way for them to regain a sense of control. They want you to second-guess yourself, to feel helpless, and to ultimately believe that their power over you is inescapable. Your continued no contact directly negates this powerful want, proving your autonomy and their lack of control. 3. They want to punish you for abandoning them. Narcissistic injury. The act of no contact triggers a profound narcissistic injury within the narcissist. This isn't just a hurt feeling, it's a deep wound to their fragile ego, a perceived insult to their grandiosity. They believe they are indispensable and universally adored, so your departure is interpreted as an unforgivable betrayal and an unbearable humiliation. This injury fuels an intense, often simmering rage. Consequently, a core secret want is to punish you for abandoning them. They want you to suffer, to feel pain, and to regret your decision, proportionate to the intensity of the perceived wound they feel. This punishment is rarely direct during no contact. Instead, it often manifests through covert means. They might launch a vicious smear campaign, spreading lies and rumors to ruin your reputation among shared social circles, family, or professional contacts. They may stalk your social media, trying to gather information or subtly harass you. They might attempt to turn mutual friends against you, isolating you further. Their goal is to make your life difficult, to ensure you don't win by escaping unpunished. They want to ensure your pain and suffering are greater than the peace you seek. Understanding this punitive drive helps you recognize that any negative actions from them are not about you being wrong, but about their unmanaged rage and desire for revenge, which empowers you to not take their actions personally and to reinforce your boundaries. For they want to devalue your autonomy and choices. A narcissist thrives on having their reality validated and their choices affirmed by others. Your decision to go no contact is a direct rejection of their reality and an assertion of your own independent judgment. This is deeply threatening because it implies that their perspective is flawed and that you are capable of making decisions that defy their will. Therefore, a significant secret want is to devalue your autonomy and discredit your choices. They want to make you believe that your decision to go no contact was irrational, foolish, selfish, or a mistake. This serves a dual purpose. It protects their ego by rationalizing your departure. It's your flaw, not theirs, and it attempts to undermine your confidence, making you question your own judgment. They might achieve this by sending messages filled with blame. You're making a huge mistake, you'll regret this. Or by manipulating others to convey messages designed to chip away at your resolve. Everyone thinks you're overreacting. They want you to feel guilty, to doubt your perceptions, and to ultimately believe that you are incapable of making sound decisions without their guidance or presence. Your unwavering commitment to no contact, and your visible flourishing, directly contradicts this want, proving your autonomy and the wisdom of your decision. 5. They want to preserve their public image and narrative. Narcissists are obsessed with controlling their public image and the narrative surrounding their lives. They meticulously craft a facade of perfection, victimhood, or benevolence to garner admiration and avoid accountability. Your no contact poses a significant threat to this carefully constructed image, especially if people start asking questions about your absence. Consequently, a powerful secret want is to preserve their public image and protect their narrative when you go no contact. They want to control the story of why you left, making sure it reflects favorably on them and negatively on you. This is why smear campaigns are so common. They will preemptively or reactively spread lies about you, portraying you as unstable, abusive, ungrateful, or crazy. They will weave elaborate tales to justify your departure as your fault, ensuring they remain the innocent party or the long-suffering victim. They want to ensure that no one suspects their true nature and that their existing sources of supply remain intact. They might even reach out to you with seemingly innocuous requests or messages, not to reconnect, but to gauge your reaction and to gather information they can twist to fit their narrative. Your silence and refusal to engage deny them the opportunity to directly manipulate your narrative, forcing them to rely solely on their own increasingly transparent fabrications. 6. They want to test your boundaries and resolve. No contact is the ultimate boundary. For a narcissist, who routinely disregards and violates boundaries, this absolute line is a direct challenge that they are compelled to test. They cannot fathom someone actually maintaining such a firm stance against their will. Therefore, a crucial secret want is to test your boundaries and gauge your resolve. They want to see if your no contact is a temporary tantrum, a bluff, or a genuine, unbreakable wall. They will employ various hoovering tactics, ranging from subtle to overt, each designed to probe your defenses. This might include sending a wrong number text, liking an old social media post, reaching out on a forgotten platform, sending a manipulative letter, or even showing up unexpectedly. These attempts are not necessarily about getting you back immediately, but about seeing if the boundary will bend or break. They want to identify your vulnerabilities, your triggers, and any lingering emotional hooks they can exploit to pull you back into their orbit. Each time you successfully maintain no contact, you reinforce the strength of your boundary, which frustrates their core want and proves their manipulative tactics are no longer effective on you. Your unwavering silence sends a clear message that their tests will fail. 7. They want to extract information and gather intel, even when a narcissist initiates the discard, or when you successfully go no contact. Their curiosity and need for control over your life persist. They are deeply invested in maintaining a sense of superiority and ensuring you are not thriving without them. Thus, a key secret want is to extract information and gather intelligence about your life. They want to know what you're doing, who you're with, how you're feeling, and whether you are genuinely moving on or struggling. This information serves multiple purposes. It feeds their need for control. It allows them to compare your life to theirs, and ideally find you worse off, and it provides ammunition for future smear campaigns or hoovering attempts. They might use flying monkeys to probe for details, stalk your social media accounts, even from fake profiles, or engage in seemingly innocent check-ins to gather data. They are looking for weaknesses, vulnerabilities, or any sign that you are not as happy or strong as you appear. They want to ensure they still have a psychological read on you, giving them a false sense of continued power. Your strict no contact, including blocking and ensuring privacy on all platforms, starves this want, leaving them in the dark and effectively powerless to collect the intel they crave. 8. They want to provoke a reaction, or emotional response. As established, a narcissist thrives on narcissistic supply, and this supply isn't limited to positive attention, negative attention. Your anger, tears, frustration, or even exasperation is also incredibly potent supply for them. It confirms their power over your emotions and assures them that they still matter to you. Therefore, a significant secret want during no contact is to provoke any kind of reaction or emotional response from you. They understand that your silence is powerful and frustrating for them. To break this silence and reignite their supply line, they will deploy various baiting tactics. This could be sending an infuriating text, making a public dig on social media, contacting a family member with a manipulative message about you, or even just driving by your house. Their goal isn't necessarily a full reconciliation, but simply to elicit a rise out of you. Your anger, your hurt, your attempts to defend yourself. All of these are golden for the narcissist. They want to know they can still get under your skin, that you're still emotionally invested in them, even if that investment is negative. Your unwavering no contact, coupled with the gray rock method, if accidental contact occurs, starves this want by denying them the emotional payoff they seek. Your calm, detached silence is their greatest torment. 9. They want to prove they are irreplaceable, indispensable. A narcissist possesses a core belief in their own grandiosity and indispensability. They genuinely believe they are uniquely talented, charming, and that no one could ever truly replace them or function optimally without them. Your decision to go no contact directly challenges this fundamental narcissistic delusion. Hence, a deep, secret want is to prove to you, and to themselves, that they are irreplaceable and indispensable. They want you to suffer without them, to realize your life is worse off, and to eventually come crawling back, acknowledging your profound mistake. They might subtly or overtly convey messages that imply you'll fail without their guidance, that no one will ever love you like they did, even if their love was abuse, or that your life will diminish in quality without their presence. They may flaunt a new perfect partner to make you feel jealous or regretful. Their goal is to erode your confidence in your decision and make you believe you made a terrible error by leaving them. They want you to crave their return, believing that your happiness and success are contingent upon their presence. Your continued healing, growth, and flourishing in their absence directly dismantles this secret want, proving to yourself and them, if they are watching, that you are not only replaceable, but thriving without their destructive presence. Your thriving is their ultimate nightmare and the biggest counter to this core narcissistic desire. Embarking on the journey of no contact is one of the most challenging, yet ultimately most rewarding steps you can take to reclaim your life from narcissistic abuse. The silence can be unsettling, and the narcissist's invisible wants can feel like a haunting presence. But as we've illuminated today, these secret wants are not about genuine connection or a desire for your well-being. They are desperate manifestations of a disordered personality, driven by their insatiable need for supply, their desperate grasp for control, and their profound internal emptiness. They want your attention, your obedience, your suffering, your ruin, your doubt, your presence, your information, your reaction, and your dependence. Understanding these profound psychological drivers is your greatest defense. It allows you to see their hoovering attempts not as signs of love or remorse, but as desperate bids for supply and control. It helps you recognize their smear campaigns as attempts to preserve their fragile image, not as accurate reflections of your character. It strengthens your resolve by revealing the predictability of their patterns. Your consistent, unwavering no contact directly frustrates every single one of these secret narcissistic desires. It starves them of supply, denies them control, renders their punishments ineffective, affirms your autonomy, protects your narrative, solidifies your boundaries, keeps them in the dark, denies them a reaction, and proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are not only replaceable, but thriving. This act of self-preservation is your most profound act of power. Maintain it, and reclaim the beautiful, authentic life you deserve, far beyond their reach and their insatiable, self-serving wants. Thank you for joining us on this vital journey of insight and empowerment. If this video has resonated with you, or if you believe it could bring crucial understanding and a path forward to someone you know, please share it widely. Let's continue to illuminate the path toward healing and authentic connection for everyone. See you in the next video.